During that year, there was the draft camp invitations came out, and I was playing for Eastern Rangers, and there was about 10 or 12 invitations came out to Eastern Rangers players, and all my teammates were getting invited, and I did it. And so I knew in June that I wouldn't get drafted.
Gee, Mitchell's putting a case together to say that he may be good enough to be drafted here, Sam Mitchell.
I wasn't drafted probably because it was the era of the Anthony Kurtafidis, the 6'4" midfielder who was athletically gifted, and I was, 5'10" and a bit fat and a bit slow and a bit short.
Crawford running loose. How did he get free? He's got the 50. The captain onto the right boot. It is home. How about that?
He was the best player on the list. And he was probably close to the best player in the competition. He was bigger than the game, just about. I'm here, he's here. How can I ever make that ground up and go past him if I'm not doing everything that he's doing and a bit more? So I'd see him running and I'd be doing the running, and I'd see him go off the track and I'd spend 10 more minutes out there having a few more kicks, and then I'd go in. That little things that I guess gave me confidence that, I deserved to start bridging that gap.
Number 58, Sam Mitchell.
I remember David Parker said to me, he goes, if you want to make AFL footy, you're never going to make it as an outside player, because there'll always be someone better than you. He said, if you want to make a name for yourself and you want to get into the side, you have to master what you're good at. These guys, they can't handle like you can. They can't get the ball inside the way you can. So if you want to get a game, focus on that stuff and really harness it, and that became my focus. So if I had an hour of training, I'd spend 45 minutes doing stuff I was good at, and I'd spend 15 minutes doing the extra running and the stuff that I wasn't as good at. That was a complete change for me, because I'd spent years focusing on what I was not very good at. And so to have the ability to work on something you're good at and be promoted to do so gave me fresh life, I guess. Making good footballers into good people is something that Jeff Kennett was always really big on. Clarko's clearly been big on it. And that has become something that's been an easier process for us. And I think that most people, when they leave the Hawthorn Footy Club, they're better people than when they got there, as well as hopefully better footballers. And that sounds a bit cliched when I say it like that, but I am proud of that fact, because I'm not sure it would have been true always for our footy club.
They've done it. The best team of the modern era of the last 50 years produces its masterpiece. They've never been better than this.
You play footy because you want to win premierships and you have success and you want to do great things with people you love. But that's not what drives me, in a sense. The two things that drive me, one is just getting better. Just always improving something, always trying to work on something, always finding a way to do something better. And the second thing is for my family. I've got 3 kids, a 6-year-old boy and twin 5-year-old girls. And they know what I do. They're old enough to understand, Dad, what are you doing? Are you going to work? And they're old enough to actually get that what I do is a great privilege, and that they can appreciate it now, and I want to make them proud.